a minute. Do. Let's have a look on the YouTube channel. I can get the chat up. Yeah, we are live. There we go. So, welcome one and all to the SLR GT League. This is the first time we are going to be streaming on the SLR YouTube channel, which will be on weekly through myself. We'll be streaming each race of the GT season. So, the race will start at 8 o'clock. Practice starts at 7:30. So, I'll be streaming for around quarter to 10 to till about. The race will be about 45 minutes usually, so it's quite a nice format for it. It's quite a chilled format. If I just put some cars on screen so you can just go and have a look. Not Tom. It's going to take a while for me to get used to this. It's about November's spun, and we'll go away from that. So we've got all it there. I'm going to have a quick rundown of the teams and drivers and what the championship standings are. So we're going to start with the teams. In the ELF AS Racing tonight won't be myself. I've just dropped out for personal reasons, and I've just dropped into the old commentary box. But Alan 250781 will be racing with Cobra tonight. He's the reserve driver for Phantom Banter Racing, but he wasn't meant to be racing, so I brought him in for this race. And next week it's Sigaslaw. I can't spell his name, so his life is. I'm going to butcher that, so I'm going to call him Skig. Skig will be racing for me, my team, from next week onwards. AC Racing, Mocky Mix and Mr. Aldo. Fast delivery drivers Olit and Radfather Tom. Understeer Engineering yet to make an appearance with CYP. Team Chopper is Benny and Raul de Baba. Boom Boom Room is Big Bad Bud and F13. We're going to call him F1 for the sake of his name. It's a bit weird. Dory and Weeman Rob in Dory Racing. Phantom Banter was George. He still runs the team, but he's dropped out. So we have Back November Junior at team. And that will round out the grid. That should be 14 drivers, yes. For tonight. At the most, anyway. Mind you, the grids only hold 16 and 2 of them are going to be commentary spots, so. We're going to round out what happened last week was the Nürburgring GP. Radfather Tom won from Benny and Mucky Meeks. Tom has extended his championship lead to 17 points over Benny. Mucky Meeks was in 3rd with 32 points. Roundabout 4th with 27, and all it rounds out the top 5 with Alan just outside. And actually myself in 7th, which is quite surprising, I'm still there. I did actually win a race at Monza, somehow. But, yeah. The less said for the other races, the better. I'm trying to admit it at the same time. Thomas Stocky. Oh. I did change the stream name, but then it changed it back. Okay. I will make changes to that. It seems the PS4 seems to work on the differently on the old YouTube side. It actually works, you know. Edit video. Yes. SLR GT Sport League round 7. It's round 7 of 10, by the way. Round 7, and I'll just copy paste it from the standings list that I have. Thank you for bringing that up, Friendly. Save changes. That should be changed now. If somebody's crashed, because I can hear it, but I'm not looking at my screen at the minute. Why? Where is it? Can't see me live stream. As Thomas sent me an image, that means he sent me the grid. For this race, the grid will be as follows. F1 will be on pole, Big Bad Bud in second, Alan in third. That might be a very good position for him, Alan. He's been quite unlucky this season. He's got the pace, he just needs the race for him. He will be in third. Black November Junior in fourth. Raoul, the Baba, could win this as well. Same with Olet in sixth. Monkey Week seventh. Benny eighth. Obviously, you can't write Tom off. He's unbelievably quick in his Beetle. And then we've got William Amrup in 10th, Mr. Aldo in 11th, Dory in 12th, and Koba in last and 13th. Because obviously we do reverse grids in this championship. So I'm going to go with someone a bit different. And hello to T2. I'm not biased. I mean, I've got my own team, don't get me wrong, but I will not be biased. So I'm gonna say that Alan will win this. He's gonna win his first race. I'd like to think so. I'm not biasing, but we're starting third, and he's been quite unlucky. So I'd like to see Alan win this, not just for my team, but for something a bit different. I mean, I could say that Raoul's gonna win this or Tom's gonna win this, but it'd be nice to see Alan do this. So we're about to get underway. We're just waiting for one more minute to pass, and then we'll get starting. If Koba wins, yeah, he's getting the full driver's slot. I'm saying it now. But we've always found that the people at front really start really badly. So F1J and Big Bad Bud aren't the quickest of drivers, let's put it this way. So I'm not expecting miracles from them. So I'm not expecting them hold on for long. I'm expecting Alan to get him in the first lap, to be honest, at some point. But as the final is about to begin, I thought I had my mic muted, don't about it. Olet's on the controller tonight, so that could throw something. That could go throw a spanner in the works. As Thomas started the final, we're just waiting for it to start. As now we are live on the grid. I don't really know what's going on. As now the 3 red lights are going, and I don't quite know what's happening here. But we know that F1J is in the lead, and Big Bad Bud has got away. And there's a massive collision at the back between Koba, Tom, Raoul, Mr. Aldo, and Mocking Weeks. I'm not sure what's going on, and Tom is calling for a restart due to it. I think we had somebody that didn't start off the grid, and it's caused a massive pile-up. And we agreed after one of the other races that we would restart after that. So I think that's what we'll be doing. I mean, it was a shocking start by Alan, in fact, and that November actually got the position on him. So that was quite interesting. The Boom Boom Room guys keeping the 1-2, but it's pretty irrelevant because we are restarting. I'm just waiting for the guys to see. They're having a little battle for some reason. We'll just wait for these 4 people to get out. I'm not sure what they're doing. Yeah, you can cancel Tommy, in fact. So we're gonna get a restart. It's like NASCAR this, where we start and then we're gonna have a nice restart due to a massive crash at the back. We're just waiting to see what Tom's got to say. There's just a massive crash at the back. I think someone didn't get going. It might have been Tom, might have been Raoul. I think it might have been Raoul. They didn't get going because he's starting a little bit further forward, but I'm only speculating at the minute. Everyone's writing something. I think Platinum. There we go. So we should be back on the way shortly. Tom will just sort it out. I mean, it was a massive crash at the back, to be fair. All the championship leaders were gone within an instant. I think it was because someone didn't start, because that's the only reason we would restart the race, if someone didn't start and everyone got caught up in it. Because it'd be unfair on the people that didn't, and it'd be easy just to restart. Obviously, Black November's not going to be very happy with that, because he's craving a bit of luck, and he didn't have any there. He was doing very well. He got away nicely. And apparently Raoul had a bug, I think. That's the speculation. Can eat some of my tea now. Nom nom nom. That's what I'm hearing down at the old paddock. And we're gonna go, hopefully. This time we'll be a bit more successful. Right, get into the race. For the second time today, we're gonna go on board with the front runners of F1J. It'll be interesting to see if Alan gets a better start this time around. We're just waiting for the lights to go out. As you can see, 3, 4, 5 red lights and the green lights on, and away we go. The Boom Boom Room guys get away a lot better this time, as Black November Jr. has actually made up a position on Alan as he got to the inside line and goes into turn 1. Into third place he goes, and F1, the Boom Boom Room guys, oh, Black November tries it down the inside of, who is that? I can't remember. It was F1J who just got out of shape and managed to lose a position as Benny has killed Alan, and oh dear. And something's happened at the back again. I mean, Alan has died and we're up for another restart, it looks like. Due to somebody not starting. Should we look? Can't tell. I'm gonna ask them. Because I'm not actually sure. Hopefully this is last time. The Force India, that is the Chopper livery of the Chopper team. It's not really Force India livery, it's pink and white, so maybe this year's Force India, you could say. Waiting for, apparently Rel's having a lot of problems and it's forcing this. Don't message, just well, it means I can eat my tea now, you know, so there's positives to this delay. Just wait, it's like waiting for the rain to go away, but instead we're waiting for Raoul the Baba to return to the lobby. I've got pasta. White pasta. Good boy, Frandy. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. This is the most disorganised race. Well, it's not disorganised, but crazy race in the history of this league, because we haven't seen as many restarts, let's put it that way. I think we did one once. It is the Kyoto Driving Park Yagmiwa and Mai Mabi. It's on the screen, friendly. Right. Put the energy food away. I'm back to the commentary. What's going on? Oh, there we go. It wouldn't let me in. I'm like, woo! But here we go for the next time. We know the grid now. Let's see if the Boom Boom Room guys get off the line better. Alan looks like he's got off the line a lot better. I don't know what he's learned, but Alan is going to be going 3 wide into turn 1. Will he be going round the outside? That's a bit dangerous, but Black November Jr. has not got track position this time. Or has he? He's got the right round the inside. That's a nice move by Black November Jr. Gets third. Now he's got the run on the Boom Boom Room guys, and it looks like everyone's got away nicely this time, so no need for a restart. But Alan is going to go forward with Ollie and Wilder Baba and Benny all going 3 wide now, but they all funnel out quite nicely. But Alan and the 2 chopper cars are going to be going 3 wide now. Benny doesn't quite get the run as Alan gets the preferred racing line, and to start this race we've got F1 leading. Is there someone off in the background? It's Wee Man Rob and I think it was Cobra, yeah, Cobra off as well. Mr. Aldo's back there as well. Ollit's both made a mistake because he's far back. But we're going to get back into the thick of action. Tom's still in 8th. Mocky Meek 7th. Alan has dropped down all the way to 6th now. Rowder Baba in 5th. Benny 4th. We've got Black November who now started to 3rd. But Benny is, be wary of Benny because he looks like the quickest at the minute of this trio, well, quartet should I say, of cars. Mind you, we could include his teammate in that lot. These are all still quite close as it looks like Big Bad Bud is looking to make a move on his teammate F1J. Down the inside goes Big Bad Bud and he takes the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix, I think it is, at Kyoto Park. I'm not quite sure. Make your mod. Monday, Frandy, not right now. Black November Jr. is in 3rd still, the 2 chopper cars. There's Alan, it looks like Mocky Mix is trying to make a move, but it doesn't quite make it stick. He kind of half-heartedly did that. We've been watching this battle. Dory's actually in the back of it, so it looks like Dory's trying to get some pace here going as Alan has made a mistake, and it looks like Mocky Mix is going to take advantage of it. So they're going side by side now into this, is it last corner? I think it might be the last corner. Yes it is. Onto the start finish straight. I'm not really acquainted with this track, but I do know that the Lancer is lethal on the straights. Obviously the Lancer has 6 gears and the P-Class 7 as Tom's gone for an optimistic dive down the inside and Alan has slipped all the way down to 8th. But we're going to go a bit further through the field as Cobra is in the pits with damage, and Black November Jr. has managed to pull a gap with the Boom Boom Room guys who have done fantastically well. This is not expected, let's put it this way, for them to... Kyoto, okay. As they've pulled a gap on Black November Jr. in fact. They'll be extremely pleased with what they've got so far in the BMW M3s. This is the first time we've seen this sort of pace from them guys. I'm not going to speak too soon. I'm going to get... I've just remembered. We haven't got the race display on. As you can see, Bud is leading by 3 tenths to his teammate, and then we've got Black November Jr. who's 8 tenths back, and then we've got Benny who's a further second back, who's been quite... I'm quite surprised he hasn't tried making a move, as Tom's going to try and make his move on Mocky Meat, who have both got past Raoul, and Tom is now looking very fast to be on Mocky Meat. With a bit of slipstream, I'm sure he can make that move. It's just a matter of time. As now, oh, Mocky Meat has gone so far wide, it's unbelievable. He's lost out to many positions, and oh, he may have tapped Dory there, coming back on the circuit, but it looks like, well, he's bottled it really, hasn't he? Alan's up 7th, Raoul 6th, Tom got that position a lot easier than he should have. Benny was in 4th. Black November still in 3rd. He'd be very happy at this. After his recent form in both GT League and F1 League, he'll need some sort of good result, I'm sure, for the Phantom Banter team as well. It's important that they get a result. I don't have too much experience with the track. I don't mind it, actually. It's not... I did a couple of GT Sport... I did some sport races, but I haven't really... I don't know it that well, to be honest. But it looks like the Big Bad Bud has pulled out a gap on his teammate, F1J. He'd be very pleased about this. 1.6 seconds. It looks like F1 is parking the bus right now. But not to an extent of ridiculous, because Black November's in 3rd, I mean, and he's not really under pressure from Benny. Tom is really wanting to get a move on right now in the DHL fast delivery driver's car. He's really wanting to get a move on, as he's up Benny's arse and trying to make a move, force a mistake for like he did with Mocking Weeks. And it looks like he'll be have to fight for this one a little bit more than than he did with Mocking Weeks. Is he going to go right round the outside? He's gone and made that move, has he? Oh, he's run out of road, and Tom, the championship leader, will have got some damage from that, I'm pretty sure, but he's going to drop down to 6th. A driving error from the championship leader, as Alan now makes the move and gets himself up to 6th. Raoul's up to 5 due to good luck again. Benny's in 4th. Black November is in 3rd. F1J and Big Bad Bud have made an absolute brilliant start. I mean, lap 3 is 2.2. He's going purple all the time. I mean, what hacks are these running? Because these have never run this pace. I'm pretty sure this will be the biggest shock of the season if they get 1-2. I'm pretty sure that'll be the biggest shock of this season. In fact, I know that he's a bit of the biggest shock. Black November will be happy with 3rd at the minute, but Benny will want to start getting a move on and putting the pressure on, because he will want to win this race. I think he won one race, I can't remember which one. I'll have to do my research. Raudababa is in 5th, Alan is in 6th, Dory putting on the pressure. I can't believe I'm saying that, but Dory looks to like he's sorted his problems out in his previous car. And in his Sauber, he looks like he's going to try and put the pressure on Alan and make a move. Looking back, Tom's now in 8th, All at 9th. The fast delivery drivers will be not happy with this. At the minute, Aldo is in 10th. There's a lot of fast drivers, and also AC Racing have really struggled in this one. Koba is actually not far behind Rob, but Rob's a million miles off anybody else. As we've got Big Bad Bud, who's pit now for... We wonder what tyres he'll be on. I can't quite get him. But Black November's into 2nd now. And looking at F1J, he's pulled out a nice gap, to be fair to him, on Black November. Blackie will be very happy with this at the minute. You know, a net P3, you know. It depends what happened in the pit stops, but it looks like Benny is keeping pace with him. Nah, Franny's not any good. Raoul is in 4th, Alan 5th, Dory 6th, and we'll see how the pit stop have played out. Tom is in 10th. The Big Bad Bud has come out in 8th, which is a nice for him. He's come out in the points, so it looks like he's guaranteed to be getting the points. Ollie is in 7th. He'll be hoping that Ollie will pit soon. My experiences will probably pit around 5, 6. It depends how long you can get the fuel. Some drivers can save fuel better than others. Like myself, I could save it to an insane level, let's say. As F1 looks like he's carrying on. Actually, that's not the pit lane. I got mixed up there. As Koba looks like he's going to make a move on Rob, but doesn't quite make it stick. Wee Man Rob has really struggled this season. But it's his first season. We'll see what he can do next year. Mr. Aldo recently is... Some races, it's been a bit mixed bag for him. Some races he's up there, some races not. I think he got a podium in the first race. Suzuka, I think? Can't remember. Tom is in 10th. He won't be too happy at the minute. Mocking Weeks still has to pit in 9th. Bud has made a move on Ollie and he's up into 7th. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this about Big Bad Brother. I'm very surprised by him. It's all of a sudden turn of pace from him. As that looks very wide from the Bud. Oh, it just keeps it on track. And Ollie gains a hell of a lot, and I think that'll put him under pressure from his own teammate F1J, who might be able to take the lead of this race. But Black November takes the temporary lead, as the Beetle on the fuel consumption side is pretty decent. The Porsche, the Chopper. It looks like F1J has actually taken the lead of this race. Unbelievable stuff. Bud has made his work hard for himself. As F1J has... Well, this is unbelievable stuff. Can't believe what I'm saying, to be honest. Alan is in 4th, yet to pit, but F1J is only 6 seconds behind. We've got the 2 Chopper cars. It looks like that Alan's starting to put the squeeze on them. In fact, Benny must have made a mistake, and Black November's made a mistake there. Now we've got 4 cars within, well, 2 seconds of each other, as Alan looks like he's going to try and make a move on Raoul. Better late than never. Around the outside goes Alan. He's trying to get the exit on Raoul, and he's still going side by side, but Alan has got the inside line this time to get that position and get himself up to P3. It's only a temporary P3, mind you. I think it'll be P5 in the grand scheme of things. If we look at F1J, it looks like he's going to be closing that gap on Raoul. I'm expecting some pitting this lap. Obviously, he can stack, it doesn't matter. Everyone's got their own pit stall on this game. Bud is 3 seconds behind, and Ollie, it looks like he's putting on the pressure, but he's yet to pit. Tom is still in this, believe it or not. He's around 3 seconds off Bud, and around, I mean, F1J, I mean, what is this pace? He's pulled out such a gap. I mean, Bud might have damage, I'm not sure, but F1J is running away with this right now, it's fair to say. And the only person I can think who can really stop him, who's got the pace, is really Tom at the minute. But he needs to start getting a move on and make something happen. As Pogo's online, I don't need to know about that. But back to the front, Benny is still actually Benny's fallen behind Alan. Alan's making his move right now. He's got in some sort of groove. He looks like he's going to take Black November Jr. fairly surely. It'd be interesting to see if he'll make this dive bomb as he tries going around the outside. Maybe he's looking for the exit, run wide and then cut inside and the better exit. And we'll see, as it looks like Black November's nailed it pretty nicely. If I was Alan, I would have got in the pits there and then. Because Black November's not going to be an easy thing to overtake, as we all know. Too well, as it looks like he's getting very close right now. He looks like he's just shaping up a move. As Rauda Baba hasn't pit yet, I think he's made a mistake actually. F1J is only 2 seconds behind him now. He must have made a mistake because he's 3 seconds off Alan, and it's up to Alan now to keep it consistent. To get something a good result out of this race. As Black November, talking about consistency, has, well, he's bottled it really, hasn't he? And now he's fallen behind Alan in the AS racing team, or the Alpha AS racing team. AS sponsor center, obviously. As he is my favourite driver, and it wasn't a bad name at the start. But Alan is now leading this race, he's a surprise leader at this race at the moment. But obviously, it's not the net lead, as F1J looks to have that. Tom has made his move on Benny and Bud. I think Benny and Bud's must have made a massive mistake, because now he's in 7th. Tom's in 5th. F1J is in 4th. Tom's got the fastest lap of this race. It'll be interesting to see where Bud's lap times are. If we look at the lap chart, F1J is, we're doing a 1:15.1 as a best lap. Tom's doing a 13.8, so Tom is putting the squeeze on F1J at the minute. But F1J looks second quickest at the minute. It'd be very close to see who will win this race. But Tom looks like he's putting on the squeeze. But looking ahead, Black November, Alan and Rauda Baba are all yet to pit. And you can see F1J just there. He might be getting a little bit slipstream now, there's F1J. He's lost about half a second in his lap. Alan and Black November have both pit. So it'll be interesting to see who comes ahead. F1J takes the lead from Tom in second. Benny is in P3, yet to pit, I think. There's Alan and Benny. Oh, there's contact. There's contact. Benny's run wide. Well, that was. Oh, I don't think Alan saw him, to be honest. It's very hard to see what's around you in this game. There's no arrows. There's nothing telling you. But there was contact there for sure. Black November's slipping into 5th. I'm sure he's quite annoyed about that for what position he was in. Benny is yet to pit, I'm presuming. Or is he? I don't think he is, actually. I think I tell a lie. I think Benny isn't yet to pit, maybe. But the F1J is under a lot of pressure. He's leading this race somehow. I don't really know how, to be honest, but he's leading the race ahead of Tom. But for how long? Tom's car looks a bit twitchy there. I thought he may have run wide, but that's the racing line. There's Benny doing a nice drift through that corner there. Should we try a different camera, shall we? Ooh. On board with some of these cars. His F1J looks to have lost a bit of time. Alan will be looking to try and get Benny. I don't know what tyres they're on. He's anywhere me, knowing. As I'll change the camera, as we're looking at Benny now, coming through the first section of corners, I think. Lap 7 now, we're about halfway through. There'll be no more pit stops to end this race. It looks like Tom is now starting to put the squeeze on the old F1J. It'd be interesting to see where F1J comes. Even if he gets a podium, that's a massive result for him. I'll have a look now how many points he's got this season. But it can't be that many. Looking at it, F1J hasn't scored a point this season and he's leading the race. So it's very interesting to see as F1J. Ooh, I thought he made a mistake, but it's the straight. The sense of speed looks a bit wrong. As we're looking at Alan and Benny now. Alan keeping that gap at the minute, but losing a lot on the straights, as I'm noticing. So it looks like Benny may be running a higher speed setup at the minute. Well, for this race, Dory and Raul de Baba have pit, and I know Raul's pit already, I think. So this is an unscheduled pit stop that puts Mucky Mix into the points. Dory will be looking to also get his first points of the season, as he hasn't yet, and he's in the points. He's got a good chance in his Subaru. But we've got Mucky Mix and Raul behind him. I don't see him holding on for that long. We're going to look at the leaders. It's down to 9/10 now. It looks like that Tom will get this. It's just a matter of time at this moment. Alan is not close to Benny. It's kind of stabilised. Black November is in a world of his own after early drama from him. Well, in 6th, again on his own. Dory in 7th in the Subaru. Looking at Raul de Baba, who's got the position. This will be not great for Mucky Mix, who suffered a bit of damage at the start. The 2 AC racing cars running outside the points. Very nice looking AC racing cars, I've got to say. Yeah, tyre wear is a thing, Frandy. I don't actually know what tyres they're on, but we're going to keep an eye on it. I can have a look on the... try and find out for you. But I'm not gonna lie, I can't tell. I think they may have gone back onto the ultra soft as F1J has made a mistake, and it looks like Tom will be taking the lead of this race, and it looks like he has taken the lead with the traction, and Tom has resumed where he belongs, the lead of this race, and it looks like now he can just sprint away and win it from where he belongs, to be honest. He's been leading all season long, and he's took him 8 laps, 8 quite nervous laps to be honest, but after turning a couple of fastest laps of the race, which a 13.6 is pretty unbelievable. Yeah, Tom has pit. If he hadn't pitted, he'd run out of fuel by now. So, is there any other battles that we can be looking at? F1J 7 times, but I don't see him catching Tom. Maybe with a bit of slipstream? I don't know what the slipstream's setting to, I think it's real. Well, it's interesting to see if the F1J can keep up with Tom. as Benny looks to try and make something happen. Alan in 4th, dropping back a little bit, but he's not really under threat from Black November Jr., so 4th would be a decent result for Alan after recent weeks. Black November is in 5th. Olit, oh, there's a right battle here between Olit, Raudababa, Dory, and Mucky Weeks, and no, not Aldo as well. He's 20 million seconds back. But we're going to keep an eye on this battle. It looks very, very close indeed. I think there was a little bit of contact between Raudababa and Olit as Dory goes for a very optimistic move, and that is what a move that is. He's caught Raudababa napping, and now he's after Olit's position. Dory has got the grip between his teeth as he's looking to make that move on Olit. He's getting a bit impatient. He's made the dive bomb around the outside. He's gone to Narnia, unfortunately. And Dory, oh, Dory, that's unfortunate for my friend. And he drops to the back of this pack, but he'll be looking to close it down as Olit is made. I don't know. He's gone from in the middle of nowhere on his own to in this scrap. And Raudababa has made the most out of this. Mocking Weeks as well, going up to 7th from 9th. Olit is slipped down to 8th, but it's only a matter of time before Dory comes along and pips him off, I think. Koba is also... off nobody. Meh. I was kind of hoping Koba would do something, but... meh. Anything else? As Benny's closing on the F1J, it looks like F1J is feeling the strain of this now. The endurance in this race is starting to come into it. Because I know how these races feel. After 3 or 4 laps, it starts to get a bit repetitive and it's a bit bleh. And it gets a bit difficult to focus on your race. Mistakes may creep in. As Tom is actually coming to the pit, and so is F1J. They're all 2-stopping, and Benny is taking the lead. I don't understand what's going on. The 2-stopping, in fact. So maybe that's why the F1J had his pace that he did. But Benny takes the lead. Alan in 2nd. I know Alan will not be pitting again, as far as I know. He's got 5 laps till the end. It'd be interesting to see if he can hold on from Tom, who's 2 seconds back, because the pit stops aren't that long in this game, unfortunately. But it puts something a bit of different perspective on this, as Benny is now in the lead. Alan in 2nd, Tom 3rd, F1J in 4th, Black November 5th, Raudababa in 6th, Mocking 7th, Olit 8th, and Dory is now putting the squeeze on Olit. Olit on the pad this week, unfortunately, because he's, I don't know, he's got some sort of problem elsewhere. But you can see Dory's car is battered to death. Look at the front of it. I'm pretty sure that's not artwork of that car. Yeah, it's had its scrapes, it's fair to say. And he looks like he's going to try and make that move on Olit. It's just a matter of time before that Dory racing car makes his way past. Tom, he's closing in on Alan. Alan won't fight this too hard, I don't think. I think he just wants to get ahead of F1J. And F1J just wants to get some sort of points going because he hasn't got any this season. But he's showing what he's capable of today. And I've got to say I'm quite impressed by what he's done so far. We will be having a driver of the day vote, so who would you be our driver of the day be? I don't know. We'll soon find out. It'll be on the Twitter, the old Twitter. Friendy will do that after the race. But the F1J's got to be in that, and another person who's got to possibly in that, if he can get points, is Dory. As he's trying around the outside, he hasn't outbroked himself, but he's done the switchback. That is an unbelievable piece of racecraft by Dory, and he's made that move, has he? As they're still going side by side. Dory's got the wider line, so he should carry more speed, and Dory's up into 8th, and now he isn't. And Olit has got the inside, but it's only a matter of time, I reckon, as Tom is putting the squeeze on Alan. But we're going to get back to Dory in his little battle here, and Olit has made a mistake, and Dory has got that position in 9th. Our former champion Olit, how is the what's the word? Let's raise. How the mighty has fallen is unbelievable. Now he's struggling to get a point, but his car looks fairly battered himself. There's the dints in it. From here, Dory though will be very happy to get 1 point. His first point of the season would be pretty unbelievable. But for his part, Mocking Weeks in 7th, Raoul in 6th, Black November in a comfortable 5th. I don't think he'll be catching F1J anytime soon. Radfather Tom is looking like he's going to be trying to put on the squeeze on Alan. If you give it to Tom, I think you would be a bit insensitive. If Tom finished third, I don't think I would give it to Tom. Just because the F1J hasn't got any points yet. From my point of view. We've got Benny in first still, but it looks like Benny, it's going to be tight at the end for Benny. I think Alan will have to give up his second place. But he won't give it up that easily. But at some point he will do. Well, I've got to disagree with that one, friendly. The F1J, in my opinion, he's been nowhere all season. If you see how far he has actually been off in some races, it's quite far, let's put it that way. And if he got 4th place, that would be an amazing result for him. As Tom looks like he's going to try and make the move on Alan. Down the inside goes Tom, Alan goes right on the outside, and he manages to keep it in the straight line and keep the position for now. But Tom will be, I know Tom too well, he's very competitive, he wants to win this race. So we'll just have to wait and see with that one. And Benny flashing his light. I don't know why he flashes the lights. Can somebody tell me this? Why does Benny flash his lights every time? He seems to like flash his lights at every opportunity. And I don't really know why. So if anyone could tell me that, let me know. Alan is in second still. Tom, will he be making the move into the first corner? He's got the inside line, and it looks like he's just a little bit too far back to be making it stick. For now, is there any other battles going off? As Black November Jr. is actually pit, so this is an unscheduled pit stop. Rounder Baba's up to 5th, Mocha Week's up to 6th, Dory's up to 7th. Black November has dropped down to 8th. I think he may have crashed, so that's the only possible reason. Is they go side by side. Dory and Black November is actually not side by side, it's a bit of lag there. But Rounder Baba will be counting his lucky stars as getting 5th at the minute, because Black November's been there all race. As Tom is still behind Alan. Alan defending quite nicely at the minute. He's keeping it around the outside quite nice, and he's defending hard but fair. With 4 laps to go of this Japanese Grand Prix, Tom is looking to make that move stick, but Alan is actually closing a little bit in on Benny as well. So they're pushing each other along quite nicely at the minute. But it looks like Tom is a... No, he doesn't actually. I thought it was a bit closer than that. But Tom gets the slipstream this time. It looks like he's got the extra grip. He's practically pushing the Beetle around that corner. And will he be able to make that move? No. But it looks like Alan's got the straight line speed to stay ahead. It looks like Alan's going to keep that position for now. And Tom has to stick behind. But Alan's made a mistake, but he'll be able to get the straight line speed on Tom. As there's a bit of contact between the two drivers, but Alan manages to keep the position and Tom keeps it in a straight line. So it's a battle to the end for this one. Alan is looking a little bit feisty, and there's not very often I say that about Alan. He's quite a, let's say, get to the end driver. If I was to describe him compared to the people. But for this battle, he looks up for it, and it's ready to battle as he keeps on going. Obviously, he quit the F1 League to focus on the GT League, and it looks like his focus is well and truly on now for this second place. He's the leader in this team now, and he realises it. That he's got to take the mantle as it is. As Benny is 2.1 seconds, he's be thinking the longer Alan holds on for this, the better for him. Because if Tom gets past Alan, Benny's in trouble. As far as I'm concerned, he could close that gap in 1 lap. As to be fair, Alan's closing the gap on Benny quite quick. It'd just be interesting as Black November has made the move on Dory. Dory hasn't been able to fight against that, but on the side note, but Tom's going for it again down the inside. Will Alan be able to hold on this time? They're banging wheels, and Alan's run out of road. He's crashed, and he's crashed out of 3rd place. Will the F1J be able to make anything of this? It doesn't look like it, but Alan keeps his 3rd place for now. The F1J is actually not that far behind indeed. A podium's there for the F1J. Tom, was that move legal? I think he was just on the inside and he got pushed wide. We'll see after the race, see if Alan sends it to the stewards. But Benny looks like he's got this race, but Tom is going to be putting on the pressure. We've got a bit of last lap drama coming up, I'm pretty sure, unless Benny makes a huge mistake. but Alan and F1J, the podium is not all and truly sealed for Alan here. He's got to be fighting for this. He's got to really work for it right now. He's got a little bit of damage, I reckon, because he was in the wall, and F1J looks like he's going to get him. He's within 9/10 now. He'll be really feeling that slipstream. And on the fresher tyres as well, as F1J looks like he's gone to Narnia, but I think that's just the BMW, and it's turning. But at the minute, Benny has got this one. It's just about if Tom can make that overtake. Will he make it as hard as that Alan did? But Tom could sniff this. So he can sniff this victory. It was quite close last time out, if I remember. I think Tom won by less than a tenth, let's put it this way. At Interlagos. Yes, I think it was Interlagos. Not last time out, it was the time before. He won by less than a tenth. But Benny looks like he's just about keeping out. Oh, the Chopper car is actually sponsored by Sky Sports News, I've just realised. Things I realise is Benny looks like Alan's actually got away from F1J a little bit now. But Benny will be giving everything. 2 laps to go. Will Tom make the move, or will Benny be able to keep it? He'll be trying everything. He'll be blocking, he'll be weaving, and there's no rules on defending in this race. So obviously, if it's dangerous, it's dangerous, but you're allowed to defend as hard as you like. And Benny looks like he's going to be okay for right now, but Tom brakes early, looking for that nice exit. As he dropped back a bit, actually. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe a bit of lag, maybe. But this game's actually okay for lag, unlike the F1 games, unfortunately. It looks like Alan will be getting that third from... It's Black November, actually. He's been overtaken by Dory. He must have made a mistake. So that's a nice battle to be watching, but we'll keep an eye on the lead as Benny runs very wide there, and that allows Tom to get within this striking range, going onto the last sector of the second to last lap. It'd be interesting to see. I think Tom wants to make this the closest finish in SLR history. I think he's going for that. He's done it once already, and it was extremely close. Extremely close. But they're going for it again, Benny and Tom. The 2 championship lead contenders. Benny's in second, Tom in first. Benny won't want to give this one up. As Benny goes to Narnia, and Tom goes down the inside, and Tom looks to have got the position, and he has got the position. He takes the lead of the race. Benny's made the mistake. Tom pounces, and Tom, from 8th position on the grid, takes the lead of the race. As I'm reading the comments, but Tom has really got a race now. Benny has really gave it away, really, but it's not over yet. There's 1 lap to go. Benny will be giving it absolutely everything, I'm sure of it. Tom's no slouch. Benny is no slouch. I'm sure he'll be going down the inside here. Tom and Benny side by side, and Benny loses it, but takes the lead of the race. Will he get the position back? Because it looked a bit wild, and Tom doesn't get the position back. Benny takes the lead. I'm sure there'll be something on that in the steward's room, but Benny just about gets the position. I'm not 100% sure if that was illegal or not, but we'll soon find out. That is absolute drama. Yeah, I'm reading your comments. But Benny has got the lead. Tom is his 10th back. We've got 1 lap to go on this Japanese Grand Prix. We'll be interested to see if Tom can make that move. He doesn't need to make the move in terms of the championship, but for the race, I'm sure he'll want to win the race. If he crashes out, he crashes out. It won't make too much difference, as Alan has actually closed the gap a little bit due to that. But 2.8 seconds is a little bit too much, as F1J is up his arse. So we've got 2 battles here for 1st and 2nd and 3rd and 4th. This is unbelievable stuff. We've got Benny and Tom, as Benny has gone to Narnia again, but we'll be able to get the exit. There's been contact between Tom and Benny, and Alan goes through. Will he go through? The win is there for Alan. Oh, F1J's there as well. This is unbelievable. Alan has taken the lead of the race. He's on for his first win after contact between the 1st and 2nd. Alan is in the lead. F1J's second. He hasn't got a point this season, and he's on for trying to get that win. This is unbelievable stuff. I've got goosebumps. F1J tries it down the inside. Alan tries it around the outside. F1J has taken the lead of the race, and he's in the lead. And I can't believe what I'm saying here. Unbelievable stuff, as F1J is going to come around the last couple of corners. As Alan has gone to Narnia with a little bit of damage, I reckon, may have hit Tom. But F1J has picked up the pieces. He's gone from 4th to 1st on the last lap of the race, and he's gonna. It looks like he's gonna win. You know, I don't want to say because I've said that Benny was gonna win. Then I said Tom was gonna win, and now I said Alan was gonna win, and now F1J is gonna win. I mean, unbelievable! Boom, boom, room. The room will be boom, boom. I'm sure, as Alan will be happy with 2nd, but he will want this win, I'm sure of it. As he's probably going to go for a latch-ditch effort, as F1J got a very weak exit. But going round the last corner now, F1J comes round last corner to come round and win the Japanese Grand Prix at Kyoto. This is not what we expected. Benny and Tom, there will be a steward's inquiry, I'm pretty sure. Alan will take 2nd, very happily. Tom, questionable from him in 3rd. Benny is saying, I'm not sure, in 4th. Raul de Baba will come home in 5th. Mocking Weeks looks like he's in a comfortable 6th. Dory in 7th. Black November, it looks like he's going to try and put on the pressure, but I think it's a little bit too late for him. Dory will pick up his first points of the season. Great done to him. Black November, it's what could have been for Black November. There was early pace, early promise, but isn't quite there. Aldo won't be very happy with 9th, I'm sure. Olit 10th. Koba 11th. Wee Man Rob will finish last. I mean, what a race that was. Let's go to our win. I mean, F1J. You haven't got a point all season and then you go and win a race. I mean, that is quite special. That is very special indeed. I mean, I tip my hat to you because you've been nowhere all season and then all of a sudden you turn up and win. To be fair, it was like me at Monza, to be fair. I wasn't really anywhere and then I won. But four different leaders in the last lap. Alan could have had it. But this is our winner. F1J wins the race. Unbelievable. I mean, I can't believe it, to be honest. I mean, definitely our driver of the day today, F1J. I mean, from my point of view, I mean, it was an unbelievable race from him. Boah. I mean, that's unbelievable. I mean, I'm not surprised if there's a couple of arguments. Alan won't be very happy there, he got 2nd. I think he could have won that. But F1J, I mean... Words just don't sum it up, in my opinion. I mean, well done to F1J. That was an unbelievable race to be able to commentate on. Alan, again, well done to him to get in 2nd. Tom did very well to get back to 3rd. I think Benny says he was sorry. I think Benny made a last-ditch effort that maybe didn't stick. That's just something that I think could have happened. Not that actually did happen. That's just me predicting something. Benny 4th. I don't think he'd be very happy that he wanted to win the race to try and close the gap on Tom a little bit, but yeah, unbelievable. So yeah, make sure the F1J's in there. F1J, Alan, them sort of drivers did very well today. Tom's not very hard. I've got to say, I don't really know what to say after that. Dory obviously got points. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. I know he's saying thanks for the tap bar, but we'll see. We'll see. So next race will be at Brands Hatch. Very nice track, Brands Hatch to drive. Not much room for error. not any room for error for the drivers. That won't be next week, it'll be the week after, as we will be having a week's break due to Easter, which is, that's alright I suppose. It's not very good for me. I just want, we're nearly the end of the season. We've got Brantatch, the Nürburgring, Norcia Life and Bathurst, 3 very good tracks, 3 different tracks. Bathurst can be considered to be quite close to the Norcia Life I suppose, especially the uphill, but I don't think so. The Norcia Life is going to be the difficult one, the big one. And that's the one that Tom will want to win for himself. But from me today, if you want to keep up with all the news, follow us on Twitter, @StraightLR, @StraightLR, Straight Line Racing. And until next time, I'm Neo47, and we're out of here. Goodbye.